All right, guys, so here's a demonstration of what you're going to be doing during your lab. Now, I want to point out something really important. I'm demonstrating for you the endothermic reaction of baking soda and vinegar. You are going to be doing an exothermic reaction with water instead of vinegar and with calcium chloride instead of baking soda. But your results will be very similar. So we start always by adding the liquid, which we've measured exactly, to the large graduated cylinder. So here I've measured exactly 20 milliliters of vinegar. You're going to be working with water. You put the liquid in and then you add your thermometer. Now I want to point out something about the thermometer. Notice that there are lines on the thermometer. That's how you read it, right? And notice that there is a red line in there. That red line is alcohol, not mercury, and that's how you're going to read the temperature, is where that red line lines up with the little dashes on the side. So, with that said, I put the thermometer into my large beaker, and I swirl it around a little bit, give it a chance to move, and then I read the temperature off the side. My vinegar is at 24 degrees Celsius. Now that I have my starting temperature and I've written that down, now I add my solid. Now I've decided that for my first trial I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of baking soda. So I get that ready, I drop it in, and I quickly begin to stir. Now you'll notice that mine's bubbling up. Yours won't be bubbling up, but as I'm stirring I'm looking for a change in temperature. And I see that my liquid is down to 21 and still dropping. I'm going to wait for it to reach its lowest point, biggest change, and then I'm going to write it down. It's at 20 degrees right now. Keep stirring and waiting. Still at 20 degrees. Keep stirring and waiting. Stirring and waiting. 20 degrees. That's the maximum difference I've seen. So I'll write down 20 degrees as my final temperature, and then I subtract them. Now all that's left for me to do is clean up my station and try again. For this lab, I'm allowed to change the amount of the liquid and the amount of the solid as long as I write it down and I repeat every amount 3 times to ensure that I have enough data to work with. Now, the question. In your notebook, at the end of your pre-lab pencast, you were asked to write down video demonstration question. And the question I want you to answer is, what are the liquid and the solid that I mixed together for this lab, this demonstration? What liquid and solid did I use for my demonstration? You do not need to write the question, you just need to write the answer in your notebook. Remember that this is a part of your ticket to your lab, so you have to have this done in order to do the lab. Thanks, guys. Hope you enjoy the lab.